Hi everybody, Lorina Quigley here again, your mystical ex-Mormon. Just a quick video about who we really are. Are we in a simulation? Sort of like the Matrix. Yeah. Anyway, I just had a few things to say about it because I have seen, I have had an experience where I was shown the hologram that shapes who we are in this reality. So what I mean by okay, so what I've seen, let me go back just a little bit. So I was doing some breath work, some pretty intense breath work, really intense breath work one night. And as I was doing this breath work, I popped out of my body. Oh, I want to preface that. As I was doing this breath work, I did about, I think it was a 45-minute breath work practice. And then I did the Merkaba breath work, which is, if you've heard of Drunvalo Melchizedek. He was very popular, when was that, in the 90s, 2000s? I don't know. Anyway, there is a very specific breath work that he talks about in his first book. Or is it? Yeah. Anyway, he has very specific breath work that you can do that activates your Merkaba. What is your Merkaba? It is the light vehicle. It's a light vehicle. It is a 6-pointed star, but full, like not just two-dimensional, 6-pointed star. So I did the breath work and then I did that. So I think I was extra activated. At some point I popped out of my body, but I was still sitting there doing breath work. So it doesn't make a lot of sense that I was in my body and out of my body simultaneously, having consciousness in both spaces, receiving information. But most of my consciousness was out of my body, even though I was still physically sitting, not laying down, doing breath work. So what I saw, I saw several things in this, and I've talked about this before. First thing I saw was two beings, two magnificently powerful beings. One was all white, and it was I could feel the power coming off of this being, and it was so powerful and beautiful, and it was all white. And then I saw the being standing next to it, which was all black. And I could feel the power just emanating off of this all black being. And I have to say, it did scare me because, yeah, that's a little scary. But what I heard the words, you can be as good as you want to be, and you can be as bad as you want to be. So we get to choose. Be good. Please, choose that light. Anyway, I don't think I need to say that. But anyway, part of this experience, at some point, I suddenly see, it was like this being was showing me this hologram, which was a hollow tube. It was like a hollow tube, but there were, all around it were these oval-shaped, continuous, see-through pattern that held information. So, and it was all around, from above the top of my being to beneath the bottom of my being. It was sort of like they were showing me as I'm watching, but I'm seeing it as me too. Sorry if that's confusing. And what they were showing me was the projection of your belief systems are held, the energy comes out from within your energy structure, goes into these little oval-shaped things. I don't know exactly what to call them. And the energy projects out from these things, projecting everything you believe into the outside world, so you experience what you believe. And I saw that this is 100%. So you are what you believe that you are on every level that you can imagine, that is who you are. And it is a projection of your consciousness, of your belief system, of the structure of your belief systems. And you experience this. And what happened after I saw this, I was sitting in front of somebody doing a reading, and I could actually see it in action, where I was seeing her belief system being projected out into the world and her experiencing it. So in a sense, it's a mirror. And so, and if you get into any kind of reality creation information, like if you really start studying how do I create the reality that I want, that there is the mirror principle that truly, and this is kind of an old metaphysical thing from the 90s too, that people, oh, she's just mirroring your stuff too. It was kind of annoying at that time period, because you heard that a lot. But it's actually, there's a mirror effect, that what you are seeing is a mirror of your belief systems going back to you. And then you cannot change what is outside already in the mirror. You have to go within and change it. So it's like Narcissus, who's looking at the mirror, or at the pool, looking at the reflection. You cannot change the reflection. You change the inner reality. So what you would do is go inside this little, we'll call it a tiny little pod of information, of belief systems. You go in there, change the belief systems, and experience a different reality in the mirror that's out there, that's being reflected back to you, of your belief systems. Does that make any sense? I was not going to go quite into this today, because it just wasn't. But anyway, that came up in a message circle not too long ago, so it suddenly popped into my head, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. But I want to talk a little bit more about what you really are. You are a being. You're a collection of consciousness that somehow came into being, that individuated. So, but you are a collection of frequencies that is expressed in this world. So your frequency signature, so those signatures of all those elements, that determines your health, your state of consciousness. Your consciousness is a frequency, and consciousness is the feeling aspect of the frequency of energy. Energy is the motion of consciousness. Getting back into who you really are, the motion, energy is the motion of consciousness, the motion of these frequencies, the feelings, the motions, and your emotions help create this reality. That's who we are. And there are a lot of different bodies, and I've seen a lot of different things that are hard to actually explain, because if you get into different schools of thought of what this body is and what that body is, there's the emotional body, the mental body, the soul body, the spirit body, there's the causal body. It gets a little confusing. You can be all of these things simultaneously. You can be different levels of consciousness simultaneously, so you can shift into a different reality that is a higher state of awareness, that sees these amazing things outside in your world. Sort of like shifting or dimensional jumping, but still be here at the same time. It's pretty cool. It's hard to explain. It's hard to define. It is. But you can have these experiences. I have. So I know you can. It takes work. Consciousness work, actually, for the most part. Breath work, yoga, kundalini. Try to activate your kundalini. And that can help. Breath work can help with that. Anyway, but going back to, are we living in a hologram? is this a simulation? Well, I think that yes, in a sense that we are in a hologram, because you are the mind, the part, your consciousness, but it comes through and becomes reality, 3D reality, which is, you can get hurt, all sorts of fun things. But I think that in a sense it is a holographic reality that is real, that you can have a form of control over. That's where the work is. That's where it's not that easy. Consciousness work is just not that easy. But man, it is worth it. It is really, really worth it. So that's why I tell people, do breath work, do breath work, do breath work. It will help. What else do I tell people? Yeah, meditate a lot. And anyway, and there's tools and tips that you can use for all those things to help grow your consciousness. Remote viewing. Studying remote viewing is an amazing tool to help you with your psychic work, that helps you become more conscious, that helps you see reality in many, many, many different ways. And it's super cool. So that perhaps you don't feel so stuck in this mundane reality that we live in, which is just a person who goes to the grocery store and pays their bills and takes care of things. We are so much more than that. So do the work. Anyway. Okay, this video kind of went off in a lot of different directions, but that's okay. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, please ask me. And if you have any comments, I would love to hear them about what your viewpoint is, especially around reality creation. I have a lot more to say about that, a lot more. And how to shift your reality and really create the life that you want. Anyway, I think I'll stop talking now. Have a great day, everybody. Please comment. Please let me know what you think about all these things. You are a magnificent being. You are love. Our essence of being is consciousness that is created from love, individuated from God. I mean, that's kind of it, isn't it? Anyway, thanks everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.